Bro, I haven't got no shoes in a long time, bro. I just got me some shoes right now. There's an interview coming like tonight, bro, so that's why like I'm getting like stuff like this, you know. I always like come in this bitch and just change my shirt.
Bitch, what up? Fuck ass niggas. Niggas steady talking like we ain't with that. This nigga think he sweet, boy, you get your shit clear. Ain't no game, nigga. 5'9", nigga, you know what the fuck it is, boy. Slime. Shit, these niggas keep playing. But they go that bitch ass nigga right there. We finna air him out. The mother's finna get that nigga. I'm starting on the block, I'm looking for my opponent. My niggas creeping and we started, boy. I swear you don't want it. I take your bitch, now she my hoe. Boy, you know I stay boning. I put that dick up on the hip and you walk kissing on it. I'm starting on the block, I'm looking for my opponent. My niggas creeping and we started, boy. I swear you don't want it. I take your bitch, now she my hoe. Boy, you know I stay boning. I put that dick up on the hip and you walk kissing on it. Got your life in my hand, bitch, I am the IP. We thugging in this bitch and we gon' thug up on the street.
Yeah, there's no he or she. Is like it. And you take a big ass hit, you fucking lean back, and well, cause DMT, that methyltryptamine, this is the only thing that I know about it is it's the chemical release when you die. It's the only time when it's released. And another time, I think when you're born or something.
Yeah.
So it mimics death, what happens when you die. That's what it feels like. You know how somebody they'll see a light, or if you ever watch videos of people kind of dying, they get scared right quick, and then they go. That's what it's like, man. So you have a spiritual death, man, and you realize, or I realized, I wasn't shit. You know, I think it's human, or at least me, man. I live a lot of my life thinking I was something. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, like invincible or conqueror of the world, or just arrogant, man. You know, and at times it can come out still, you know. But after that, man, again, I realized what we really are, what the fuck this really is, man. Is at least the experience that I had.
Like, what was it, bro? Like, how did it
so
feel?
You see a light. So you feel you in a sense being no more flesh and bones. You feel yourself as, like, sometimes we're told that we're spirits. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
We're not human beings having a spiritual experience. That's the opposite.
Okay, so that again right there. I wasn't.
So they say we're spiritual beings having a human experience. We are not a human being having a spiritual experience, which is what we're taught. That God or whatever it is out there is something apart from us. It's out there. You realize when you do DMT that you are part of it. You are it. Like when Jesus said, I am you and you are me. That's exactly right.
Do you think like that's real, bro? Like,
I don't know.
Was a real person or
who?
Jesus? Or was he a mushroom?
So like, what do I believe? Well, now what I believe, and why he was able to do and why he had such an impact. This is what I do believe. Like, if let's just say whether it was a fake character or not, he's still a character in history, right? Yeah. So let's just talk about him as a character. I believe that that character, he did a DMT. He did DMT or something, and he realized the same shit. He came back and just fucking went to work.
He started speaking.
He's had one of the, again, as a character, he had one of the most, and still, obviously, he's in your conscience, my conscience, almost the whole world's conscience. That's a huge impact. Think about that, right? You're in the whole world's conscience for the last 2,000 years. You were a bad motherfucker. Most people just be forgotten after 2 months.
Okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody remembers them. They don't have a really lasting impact.
So like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Do you think if people like that, is just people that like they had a different understanding? You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they just
they
just spoke on this shit, and people just like followed them.
That resonates. Yeah, yeah, y'all fuck with that. Because that's what we do. You don't fuck with people you don't fuck with, and you fuck with the people you do fuck with. Does that make sense?
And then he just got a hold of more people.
More people just fuck with it.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, for whatever reason, they associate with that, and they're like, yeah, I like that. I want to live that. We do that. We do that every day. You saying that right now, smoking that weed, right? This is the life that you choose. And they look at you like you're wrong, and you probably look at them like they're wrong. Y'all doing the same thing. Does that make sense? That's what I'm saying. Like, I am you and you are me. That's what I learned with DMT, man. You got to be aware of your surroundings, man. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and in hip hop, I just know like behind the scenes what's really happening type shit. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Going back to what I said about injecting a mindset, you know, you can do two things. You can do a lot of things, but I feel like you can do two things with anger or aggression and shit like that. You can go fuck up the world, be destructive, however that looks like.
Yeah.
Or you can create your art and then spread just as much or have just as much as impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I got from going back to that Bubba's death. Like, to me, that's an aggressive world. Like, for me, the point of life is to live. I ain't trying to die. I love eating hamburgers.
My nigga.
I love watching a good movie.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, I value that shit.
Yeah.
So, aggression can be used to create or it can be used to destroy. And it's your choice. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever you're going to choose to do. So, what I hope to do, though, is agitate the world enough that it creates more, you know?
Like, have you always lived here in the city?
Nah, I lived there up until like kindergarten and first grade. And then we moved to, I don't know if you know, over there by La Mesa.
Yeah, like right here, like La Mesa, Texas, or La Mesa Street?
Yeah, La Mesa, Texas.
Oh, yeah. What street? I mean, what?
So there's like two towns going over there, Lenora and Tarzan. And I came over here my junior year.
After that, like, did you already have the mindset? Like, because I was gonna ask you, like, did you start that over there?
Start what?
Interviewing people and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, nah. Go fucking Costa Rica, go to, I don't know, fucking Africa, go to China, like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to live like just to be cliche.
Hey, cuz shout out to the In the Loop Productions, bro. This interview, it was just, we were talking about DMT, LSD, and shit like that. That's this interview. The next interview is gonna be like about him, you know? Stay tuned for that shit. Hey, cuz shout out to Emilio. I'm finna interview him right now, my nigga. Make sure you stay tuned in, bro, to all my social medias, bro. I'll be going live out of nowhere. I'm finna do an interview live right now, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, especially that notification bell, bro. Cause I'll be going live out of nowhere, you know what I mean? So make sure you stay tuned for that shit. Let's go live right now.